Good morning. Another choppy day in the market. S&P 500 down by 33 points. And Nasdaq is now up by 15 points, and Dow is down by 180 points. Good morning once again. I'm Shining, joining you live in the trading room. Let's see what's happening in the watch list in the market today, and our the selected stocks that we have been sharing with you. Let's see what's going on. Nasdaq is now back up. Actually, it started a bit low today, as you can see, and but S&P 500 is still down, but it is back from the bottom that hit in the opening today, and the Dow is still down by 185 points. There are big earnings coming up this week. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Boeing, Caterpillar, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, which is Google, Colgate Palmolive, Microsoft, Apple. There are big numbers coming up this week. So let's see what's happening in our watch list quickly. I'll start with my favorite stock, that's Apple. Apple is still down today, 159.90, and it's still trading below the 30 days weighted moving average and 50 days exponential moving average. Let's quickly have a look in this chart. Apple. As you can see, it's still below the 20 EMA, 5 EMA, and 50 EMA. Netflix announced their results last week, and it's still down by 5% today, and it has lost more than almost 50% now. That's amazing. That's amazing. ADI is up today 1.4%. Analog devices. Tesla is down today after holding it up for the most of the last week, and it's all still around $1,000. And Berkshire is down by almost a percentage points there, and it's still trading below the 50 EMA. Visa is more or less flat, you can say, today from the close of Friday. So we are just going through our watch list, and if you would like to know more about us, we are Magenta Trade. We trade in stocks and options, and we prepare strategies for your trading room. If you'd like to follow us more, you can follow in our website magentatrade.com, and you can also look into our social handles: Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course Telegram channel if you are following us there. JP Morgan is down by 1.4%. MasterCard is almost flat, down by 0.24%. Bank of America is down by 1.8%. Wells Fargo is down by 2.4%. Let's look at other stocks in our watch list. Morgan Stanley down by 1%. Blackstone down by 0.2%. Charles Schwab down by 1.8%. Amex is actually up after good results. After good results, I would say, last week, and it's a 0.8%. Citigroup is down by 1.2%. TFC 1.6%. Qualcomm is up today 1%. There are some signs of recovery in Nasdaq stocks, the tech stocks, most of the big ones that are going to announce the results this week. IBM is down by 1.1%. Their results were good last week, and I would expect them to hold on to the fort. Applied Materials up by 0.25%. Micron Technologies up by 0.1%. Fortinet up 5%, big up. Let's see, where is their earnings? Their earnings is on 4th of May. So that's a Fortinet, and we are using here Trading View chart. It is very fancy interface. It's very easy to use, and you can have multiple indicators there. Okay. maybe I'll just make it a bit bigger. That's a Fortinet up 5%. Workday is up 1%. It's almost at the bottom. Arista Network 0.5% down. Dell is down by 0.45%. Nvidia is more or less flat. Enphase Energy 0.7% up. Akamai Technologies up by 0.37%. DocuSign is up by 4%. So there are some recoveries in some of the technology stocks. CRM is up 0.6%. Accenture is up 0.5%. Amazon is still more or less flat. And Google 1.8% up. SAP down by 0.7%. Oracle minus 0.8%. APD that we added on Friday minus 1.7%. AVTR more or less flat, you can say. CTVA 1.7%. Corteva. DuPont down by 0.7%. ECL down by a percentage. EMN down by 2%. FMC down by 2.3%. PPG 4.4%. RPM down by 1.9%. VMC up by 1.2%. So it's a mixed bag today. The market is very choppy today. The market actually opened very low. Nasdaq was down at one point by more than 50 points, but now it is back up by 26 points. S&P 500 at one stage it was down by more than 60 points. Now it is down by 35 points only, and Dow was down by more than 300 points in the opening. Now it's down by 188 points. So let's look at our watch list there that we prepared last week in Google Sheets. If you could see, we have all stocks here. I've just reformatted a little bit, and I had to actually copy this formula there. As you can see, it's very easy to maintain, and most of the data is available for free through Google Finance. If you would like to know, or if you have missed out how we created this watch list using Google Sheets, you could check with our previous videos in YouTube and in our website. So all the instructions are over there. You can see how we have created this Google Sheet using simple functionality of Google Finance in the Google Sheets. Okay, so let's look at some more stocks if we could add today. And I go back to Finviz, this website finviz.com. So this website provides a simple screener tool, and I use that tool to build a watch list. Watch list does not mean that I'm going to buy or sell those stocks. It is just I'm monitoring some of the stocks based on certain criteria, and the criteria could change, the stocks could change over a period of time, and that's what we will do. We'll keep on adding new stocks. We'll sometimes delete some of the existing stocks in our watch list, and the idea is to get an understanding what's happening in the market, and then based on certain stocks we'll find out opportunities on where to take the positions, where to trade in stocks or in options. Our favorite strategies are based on options, and if you'd like to know more about that, you can log into our website magentatrade.com, and there we are shortly going to start an option based program, learning program there. Our website is an educational website. Our whole purpose of this discussion is educational in nature, to understand how you can maximize your understanding of the market, how you can get an idea of some of the strategies that we use on a day-to-day basis. I'm a full-time trader, and I have been trading stocks for more than 15 years now. Okay, so here we are trying to build some of the stocks into our watch list, and the idea is to filter some of the stocks based on certain criteria. So if you go to this screener window, the first thing probably I would do is select the country as US, and then I would select a sector. Last time we did basic materials, and this time we can do communication services. And price, I will just keep it more than $1. And market cap, I'll select, let's say a little bit large, like the plus large, more than $10 billion worth of companies. And maybe in fundamentals, I would select EPS growth this year, just above, let's say 5%. EPS growth next year, let's say just above 5%. And it will still give me 28 stocks in that list. I may not add all of them based on my previous experience, or maybe in terms of liquidity, in terms of my understanding of the business, and some other factors maybe. I would keep on adding new stocks. Okay, so let's one more thing I would like to add here is option, because I trade mostly in options. So I would like to follow the stocks which has got options. Okay. So there are 28 stocks here, and one of my favorites is Activision Blizzard. Unfortunately, their results were not that good this morning, but still, it's a good company. So I will add it to my list. ATVI, I will add to my list. Quickly, let's add here straight away. ATVI. Okay, then the next one I would like to add Charter Communications. If you'd like to see more about this company, just click on the ticker code there. I'm in Finviz, so you can see here it's part of S&P 500 index. PE ratio is at 20, earnings per share at 24 in trailing 12 months, and you can see a lot of other uh, financials over there, numbers over there. You can see some of the downgrades and upgrades in terms of ratings by research analysts, and you can also see some of the news here. So let's add Charter Communications as well, CHTR. The next one probably I would go back to add is Comcast, CMCSA. The idea of this program is to create a watch list based on the different parameters that we are selecting in this stock screener, and after adding them, follow them on a regular basis. This is just a beginning of the program. We are still in the early stages. We are still adding stocks, but after that, we will follow them individually, and we'll try to understand the stock patterns, what's happening with them on a day-to-day basis, and to keep you updated in the what's happening in the market. And then based on that watch list, we will try to find out opportunities on how to trade them. Okay, Comcast, and then we can add Disney. That's another favorite stock of mine, even though it's not doing great at this moment for the last few months. Meta platforms, whether you like it or not, but you can't ignore it. Facebook is one of the biggest platforms for social communication, and even some of the business opportunities over there. A lot of people are doing business on Facebook nowadays. and a lot of businessmen, especially the small businesses, are using Facebook as a tool to generate their sales. You can say. Of course, Google we have already added there. Netflix is also in our watch list, I guess. If it is not, still I will add it because it's one of my can say monitored stocks, and it is at a good, very good price point. No denial about that. Okay, there are some more stocks there. Roku. I'm not adding Roku at this stage, but I would add this one, TTWO. Take Two Interactive Software. Twitter, I'm just adding because Alan Elon Musk is also interested in this stock now. So it has got a bit of movement there. Zoom, I'm not adding it now. There is a lot of uncertainty with that particular stock. All the Chinese companies which are listed in the US stock exchange, they are under a bit of volatility. I would say there is a lot of uncertainty happening in their regulation in China, and how they would be treated in the US stock exchanges. There are certain concerns, and there have been some regulatory announcements regarding them. So there is a bit of uncertainty, and I'll probably avoid them at this point. Okay, let's just select maybe another sector so that we can pick up some more stocks. Consumer cyclical. Um, okay, let's see which ones we can add. AAP. No, not this one, not Apple. Advanced auto parts. And then probably we would add Amazon. We have already added earlier. If we not, maybe we can add them. Amazon is already there. Right. Best Buy, BBY. It's one of my favorite stocks. Last year, I did some trade on that, and they were a bit profitable. Booking Holdings. At this stage, I'm not adding that. Chiwi, CHWY. Carnival Corporation is a stock to watch as the market recovers. And honestly speaking, I love their cruise. DHI is one of my favorite stocks. I will add that DHI, and then DPZ, that is the Domino's. HC Expedia Group. Let's see what's in the next page. Ford, FIVE. McDonald's. Let's add McDonald's. MG, Nike, O'Reilly. I'll add Nike. And the next one probably Starbucks. I'd definitely add Tesla. Okay, so that's probably we added more than 10 stocks today. Uh, so I'll not add any more as of now. We'll just go through these stocks and we'll see if we could find any interesting thing over there. So this one is very easy to use, as you can see, just as a Microsoft Excel, you can use this Google Sheet, and you can perform a number of simple functions like shorting them on the basis of how much they have increased in terms of percentage. And what we are checking here is a current price, change in the price, change percentage in terms of previous day's price, previous day's close price, today's volume, high, low, and then 52-week low and 52-week high. Also, what I am doing, I am performing an operation to find out how much is it above or percentage above 52-week low, or a percentage below 52-week high, so that I can make some judgments over there. And then, of course, market cap, P ratio, and earnings per share. All this data is being generated from Google Finance, which is freely available. And so, for your trading purposes, you can have this simple watch list to monitor on a day-to-day basis. I'll just quickly select all of them. And then just like any other Excel sheet or other worksheet, you can simply use them for shorting purposes. So short the range by column A currently. So what we can do also, we can short by change percentage. So my data has header row, and we will short on the basis of, let's say, change percentage, and I'll have the higher percentage at the top. So just to show you how it works, so as you can see now, I have the stocks which have highest percentage of change on the top. You can anytime short on the basis of the ticker symbol or any other field over here. Okay, let's quickly go back to our charts and what's happening in the market here. I will add those companies here as well. So I'll start with one of my favorite companies is DHI, DR Horton. They manufacture can say low cost or low budget housing accommodation, and it's one of my favorite companies. Their earnings is tomorrow, so I'll look forward to that. And ahead of the earnings, the stock is doing better today, up by almost 1.9 percentage. Um, it's still below 50 days moving average. There's some news here earlier, 10 days ago, DR Horton to acquire Whittler Water Resources for $291 million. Okay. So I'll add it to our watch list there. We have also added Twitter. So let's see what's happening in Twitter today. It's up by 5% now. I think there is a news that there could be an announcement later today based on the offer given by Elon Musk on the future of Twitter, like whether he would acquire the company or whether he would have a sit in the board, or exactly how he is going to influence the current administration, current management of Twitter. He has got certain concerns, and he has more than 10% share now, so he would have a say. Let's see how it goes. Probably we should take a position. Normally, I do my live trading in the live trading sessions. So you need to be a part of the Magenta Trade group to go through those trading sessions. But at this moment here, I can say that um, since we started following a few days back, this particular stock has risen consistently based on the offer by Elon Musk and the interest that he has shown. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our other stocks. What's happening over there? AAP. Let's add AAP as well in this chart. Advanced Auto Parts. Their last earnings was 14th of February. Okay. It started lower than Friday's close, but now it is back up, and it's at a good intersection point between EMA 20 and EMA 50. So let's see, probably we will follow it tomorrow again to understand where it is going. At this moment, it looks a bit bullish. And if you'd like to see the trend there, let's draw it from here. There are a few touch points over there. Even you could do it otherwise as well, a little bit higher, but this one looks all right. So for last few weeks, it is in a bullish pattern, and probably we will see how it plays out there. Okay. So let's look at the next one in our list, Best Buy. Best Buy is still below 20 EMA and 50 EMA. So at this moment, it is still a bearish. The last earning was 3rd of March. Okay. Then we have got Disney. Disney is probably going to have their earnings shortly. I'll find out when is it exactly. Um, but since the last earnings, the stock has been losing ground a lot. Like it came down from 158 was the highest there, and from there it came down to 118 now. It's been a good stock, but obviously one of their major business is regarding those theme parks have been impacted by the COVID restrictions all over the globe. People are not really going to those kind of environments much, but still it's a good stock. It has got good fundamentals. Their streaming business is doing extremely good. Um, and the major concern is the movies and their theme park business. Okay, let's look at another one now. MACD. So McDonald has taken a support here in the 50 days moving average, and it has bounced back from there today. So probably I will have a positive outlook on this, and again I will do a trend line there. So let's have that trend line and see where it is going. Definitely, you need a normally more than two touch points, but whatever way you draw it, you could draw it like maybe a little bit higher. But I think this is better indication of the trend line. I would like another touch point, but because it is touching the 50 days moving average, so I think this is a better point there to draw, even though there are only two touch points here. Okay, so it is in a positive trend for the last few weeks. Okay, we'll monitor it more. When is the earnings? Their earnings is on 28th. Okay, our next stock in the chart is Facebook, Meta, Metaverse, Meta Platforms. Rather. Their earnings is also this week, and it's still in negative trend, you can say. It's below 50 days moving average and 20 days moving average. Okay. Probably we'll discuss after the earnings results. Comcast. Still down today. Their earnings is also this week. So we'll get back to them when their earnings results are announced. PZ. Domino's Pizza. Doesn't matter whether I like their pizza or not, but definitely I like their stock. They have been doing pretty well last year, but this year it has significantly lost a lot of value, and that's where it has become attractive. So if you can see, the stock did extremely well last year, but now this year it has lost a lot of value. So from the high of 567, it has come to 375, which is pretty attractive at this stage. I'd look forward to their results day after tomorrow, 27th. Okay, let's look at Tesla and then Starbucks. Tesla is already there in my list. Let's add Starbucks. Starbucks is also going to announce results on the 2nd. Again, it has lost significant value for the last few months. Mainly due to, I would say, the restrictions in COVID and other factors. Yeah, the recovery has not been that great. Okay, after Starbucks is Activision Blizzard. They announced their results today, and it was not great, I would say. Their revenue is down. The only positive factor for Activision Blizzard is that Microsoft has announced that it would take over this company, and it might take maybe another 3-4 months. Their acquisition price is around $95. That's interesting. So that's why I'm following it now. Current price is around $78, but the price at which Microsoft is going to buy them, it is at $95. So that is pretty interesting to me at this point. CHWY Chiwi. So this is another stock which has lost significant value, currently at $34. At one time it was $120. We'll go through the details of that company shortly. Maybe this week, some other day. At this moment, we're just following it now. Charter Communications. It's down by 1.8%. That's another company which has lost significant value. Not like Chiwi, but definitely from 825, it has come down to 509. Sorry, 501. Their earnings is day after tomorrow. Okay, I'll keep on watching that. Nike and Tech2. Nike is down by 2.6% today. I'll check their earnings. Their earnings were announced on 21st. Looks they did well, but probably not as good as was expected in terms of their next year's numbers, probably. Take Two, interactive software, and they are also down by almost 3%, 132. The highest was 214 there. Okay, we'll have a deeper look next in the next video, and then Netflix, of course. Okay, it's already there in my checklist. Top somewhere. Right. So Netflix is again down by another 5% today. So from the earnings, 19th of April. Prior to that, the highest price was almost 350, and now it has come to 206. Lost almost 50% there. Okay, so that's about it for today in the watch list. Keep watching us every day. On the trading day, we update about the stocks to you. And if you'd like to know more about us, you can follow us in the Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can also visit our website magentatrade.com, and we follow the stocks as they move in the market. Thanks a lot for joining in, and see you in the next video.